This is a brief overview of some of the features of ActiveData for Excel. The first thing I'm going to do is open up the sample data. The sample data is shipped with the software and can be opened from the Help menu. Using the sample data, we'll explore some of the basic things that ActiveData does. You'll find more videos at the website that go into further detail. We'll be using the sample invoice data, which has an invoice date, the customer and salesperson that the invoice is associated with, and the invoice amount, etc. ActiveData's commands are organized into three categories: the analysis commands, the worksheet commands that allow you to manage and manipulate your worksheets, and commands that allow you to manipulate rows, columns, and cells within the worksheets. The third category are the ActiveData workbook commands, and these allow you to manage your workbooks. Not only the currently open workbook, but workbooks that are located on your hard drive and spread across your entire network. The first feature I'd like to show you is how you can sort columns simply by double-clicking on the name of the column. The first time you double-click it, it sorts it ascending. And then if you double-click it again, it'll sort it in descending order. Here we can double-click the amount field to see what the lowest values are. And we can double-click it again to get those values presented to us in descending order so we can see the high value amounts, for example. Surprisingly, this isn't a built-in feature of Excel. Another feature of ActiveData is the ability to highlight a column of cells, to right-click, and then display descriptive statistics for the highlighted cells. The statistics include total, average, mode, medium, minimum, maximum, range, the number of zero-value items, negative items, positive items, errors, and empty cells. You can summarize your data using the Group Summary feature. Here we're going to summarize by salesperson, and we're going to ask for totals on the amount and quantity columns. Now we're going to click Finished, and ActiveData will produce a summary sheet for us. Notice how it's called Summary of Invoices. It came from the Invoices sheet, and ActiveData has presented us with a new spreadsheet along with a comment that describes how that spreadsheet came into being. We can see that for each salesperson, we list the count, which is the number of invoices that that salesperson had in the invoice file. We list the total amount and the total quantity of all of the invoices for that salesperson. Another useful feature of ActiveData is the ability to bring information in from other sheets. This is similar to Excel's VLOOKUP feature. Here we're going to merge information from the salespeople sheet into our summarized invoices. We're going to do that by selecting salesperson as the matching column. We're going to select all of the columns that are in our invoices sheet. We'll select the name column from the salesperson sheet and click Finished. So now we have the salesperson name linked via the salesperson number to our summarized invoice sheet. The blank cells indicate that the salesperson did not exist in the salesperson sheet. ActiveData has a number of features built in to help you navigate through all of your sheets. As you create more and more sheets in a workbook, it becomes a little trickier to navigate between them using Excel's built-in left-right scrolling mechanism. ActiveData's Open Workbooks command will list all of the books that are open and all of the sheets that are in it. Simply clicking on one of them will take you directly to that sheet. ActiveData lets you index your workbook and create a table of contents using the index sheets command. This command produces a sheet containing a hyperlinked list of all of the sheets within the current workbook. ActiveData stores the name of each sheet as a hyperlink. With a hyperlink in Excel, clicking on it will take you directly to that sheet. We also store information about the sheet type and overall summary information about the contents of each sheet. If we scroll to the right, we can also see overall workbook information. To see the hyperlinks in action, let's have a look at the merged summary of invoices sheet. Clicking the hyperlink takes us directly to the sheet. ActiveData lets you query a sheet just like you would query a database. To query a sheet, click Query Sheet, then click Query by Formula, and then click on the Formula button. Here we're going to extract all of the items where the amount is greater than or equal to 10,000. Once we've finished entering our criteria, we'll click the Finished button, and ActiveData will extract out all of the rows where the amount was greater than 10,000. ActiveData creates an original row column, which allows you to link back to the original row in the original sheet. ActiveData will let you split a worksheet into separate worksheets based on either a date column, or in this case, we're going to use the quarter column, financial quarter that is. So we select Split Sheet by Group, and then for the Group by column, we select the Quarter column. We'll then make sure that each group, or quarter, is copied to a separate sheet, and the sheets will be named based on the quarter or the group. Click Finished, and ActiveData will produce 4 new sheets, 1 for each quarter. Here we can see that these are all invoices from quarter 4. These ones are from quarter 3. Quarter 2, and quarter 1. ActiveData's Workbook Manager allows you to navigate and manage your workbooks and worksheets. It lists all of the open workbooks along with the sheets associated with those workbooks, and commands to manage your worksheets and to manage your workbooks. You can also navigate between your sheets simply by clicking on the sheet name in the Workbook Navigator. The ActiveData Columns feature can be used to split columns into individual columns. Here we'll select the salesperson's name, which is a first name, then a last name, and then we'll split that column into words. We will specify that the delimiter is the space character. We can specify an alternate delimiter, but we don't need one here. And we can tell ActiveData to split that column into 2 words and to name each column Name. ActiveData then splits the salesperson's full name into separate columns, the first name and the last name. We can do the opposite and combine the two columns back together into one column using ActiveData's Combine Columns feature. We'll select the first name, then we'll select the last name, and then we'll specify what we want as a separator. Just for visibility, I'm going to use a dash here. Click Finished. And now we have the combined first name, last name with the dash in the middle. Another thing we can do is highlight a series of cells and then use the Cells drop-down menu to convert the cell contents to different values. For example, let's convert our column to uppercase. We can then convert it back down to lowercase, or convert it to proper case. ActiveData also allows us to highlight a series of columns and then to fill those columns using the cells command with various values. Fixed values, incremental values, so you can generate sequences of numbers, random values, and random items from various sheets. Here we're going to fill the selected cells with random dates. We can specify the starting date and the ending date, and then click the Fill button. Once we click Finish, we can see that ActiveData has filled the cells with the random dates. That was a brief overview of some of the features of ActiveData. There are a number of more detailed videos available at the website. Thanks a lot for watching.